Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. So today we'll continue our tutorial with continuous function. For this continuous function, question number 7, determine whether the function graph is continuous on -1 until 3. If not, where does it fail to be continuous and why? Okay, so now from -1 to 3, for graph number 1, okay, here we can see that this is, for graph number 1, the answer is not, sorry, I changed to the blue color, not continuous. Why is it not continuous? It's not continuous. Okay, this is not continuous because of, from the first of definition of continuity, which is x is equal to 2 is undefined. Which means, okay, when f2, there is no value for this function, and we can see that this this function is break at x is equal to 2 here. Okay, so remember the continuity test, which is first fc must be defined, mesti ada nilai. Okay, second is limit exists, right? And third is number 1 and number 2 must be equal. Okay, now for number 2, this is also not continuous. Number 2 is not continuous. Just now number 1 is not continuous, and number 2 is also not continuous also, because of the, here when we see the x is equal to 3, f3 is equal to 1.5 based on first test of continuity, and the second test of continuity, which is limit x approaching to 3 from the left. Here we only know the left hand side, which is it is equal to what? Equal to 1. Okay, now this two value is not equal, so it is not continuous. So for number 3, so this is continuous everywhere, because we can see from the graph at each point of x it's continuous and is defined and the limit exists. Okay, for number 4 is not, for number 4 is not continuous. Why is it not continuous for number 4? Because of, okay, for number 1, okay, at x is equal to 1, we found that the limit does not exist because of limit here for number 4, when limit x approaching to 1 from the left is equal to what? Is equal to 1.5. But limit from x approaching to 1 from the right hand side, it is equal to 0. So these two is not equal. So when it is not equal, so this is not exist. Okay. The limit does not exist. So when the limit does not exist, so it is not continuous. Okay, so that's the reason why. Okay, finish with number 7. And for number 8, at what point are the following function continuous? Okay, for this continuity, actually it's bring to the domain punya properties, which is, we know that here x is undefined, which is there is no value of x when x is equal to 2. Okay, at what point are the following function continuous? So meaning that x is not equal to 2 because of the domain here. Maksudnya bila dia sama juga dengan 2, bila dia sama dengan 2, dia akan jadi 2 tolak 2. Anything 1 divided by 0, so we can't plot. Okay, so now at what point the following function continuous? It will continuous when okay, at any point except for x is equal to 2. Okay, or we can write it as x continuous when, okay, x continuous when x is equal to the following function continuous when kita boleh letak interval which is from negative infinity until 2 include is not include 2 union from 2 to infinity. Okay, so this is the answer for number 1. Okay, so answer for number 2, we know that x is undefined when ni kat bawah ni tak boleh kosong. Bila dia kosong? Dekat mana dia kosong? Dia sama juga dengan kosong bila x sama juga dengan 3 or x sama juga dengan 1 because of x square minus 4x plus 3 is not equal to 0. Okay, when, okay, kita selesaikan ni guna yang persamaan yang mode equation yang kuadratik tu kan. So kita dapat dua jawapan. Okay, so dekat sini kita tahu dia at point x is equal to 3 or x is equal to 1, this function not continuous. So kita cari melalui kita tahu domain tu. This function not continuous. Okay, not continuous. Okay, so for number C, C is continuous everywhere. Why? Where? Okay, why is it continuous everywhere? Because of here we see that modulus x plus 1. Okay, for here kita dapat kosong bila negatif 1 tambah 1 kan, tapi because of its modulus dia tak mungkin negatif. So it is continuous everywhere for number 8. Okay, for this tutorial only consider question number 7 and question number 8 only because of question number 9 dia dah cover untuk differentiation. So saya tak jawab lagi lah soalan ni, so kita biarkan dulu. Okay, untuk ni begitu juga dengan tangent ni semua ialah differentiation. So setakat nombor 7 dan nombor 8 saja untuk tutorial untuk minggu ni. Okay, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.